I will not take it away from big business, what they've achieved. I want to be a big business. I don't want to remain a small business. I want to be a big business. But I also am cognizant of the fact that, most they've been big by merit, but most have been big because they were supported by the state.
Sure.
And the state must support, the state must create big businesses. It's the state that has the power to create all these things so that we can consume our people. If the state was fully participant in the economy in our country, it would have been very far. But because now private sector has made the state to be a paper pusher and this and that, so they take everything. Actually, our biggest problems, for the first time in Mlojo, after the elections, we spoke before the elections. After elections, the results were there and out. And that's when it dawned on me that I don't know actually why I'm voting. Actually, my vote does not matter. No, the vote of the majority, the democracy is a fallacy. The vote that you voted does not matter. If you listen and I'll give you a typical example. Go to KZN. MKP got 45%. So that means the people in KZN said MKP must lead. They can take whoever they want, but they must lead. That is what the majority is saying. Is MKP there? No. I don't care what the system says that the small parties can come together. No. If it's about the people and it's for the people have said 45.
45% said,
you can't override the 45%. You can't, if it's about the people. But because it's not about the people, that's why you're able to override the 45% and nothing happens. So tell me, why should I vote? Why should I encourage people? We took this thing, democracy. We were in first elections, the longest queue I was there. Fortunately, I was qualifying to vote, old enough to vote there. But I'm telling you, it's not. Everything is managed. And who manages this whole thing is business. Business decides. They manage. They decide who comes, they manage, they decide how the elections are going to go. Everything that is happening. They
decide the players.
They decide everything.
They decide that by the time you vote, by the time Uzigote has to choose between rugby and cricket and soccer, you've put him in a school where they only offer those three.
Exactly.
But so we ask when, which you don't mind.
So they decide. They decide. Look, they run the show. They own everything. They own me. As I'm speaking, they own everything. And I'm a participant in the system that they own. So, and if I don't like it, one of the powerful things that I have is not to participate. If I don't like it. That's the only thing I have legally, is to not participate.
Dr. Umar Johnson was here 2 years ago, and his advice to South Africans was, don't vote. Let them know, of which it doesn't really do anything. But for those who are conscious and understand, these are people that are intentionally saying, we're not going to play this game. You can call us whatever, you guys are not voting, but we're letting you know that as soon as we jump on the field, we're like, but you played. You chose these guys.
Like, and they accuse you. And if you really go back to what the election results told us, one thing that people don't want to admit is that the biggest vote was a no vote.
That is the biggest vote.
If you can go and get the people who did not vote for you, you are a majority government. The biggest vote that no one is talking about, it's a no vote.
But it's because the system is designed like that. So as if we didn't even reach 50% of eligible voters.
Exactly. And now the question is, so those who did not vote, what were they saying? If we are a democracy, are we not supposed to listen to what they were saying? Are they not the majority? They are the majority.
They are the majority. They didn't vote.
And they are saying to us, the system is bad. Fix the system. So, in a long way to answer your question, my man, those are. I want to be a big business, but I want to also be a big business with conscience.
Sure.
Yeah, because I also understand that for us to win at this game, we need more of people who are going to be like you, Mlojo. The other day you were saying on your status that you are tired of working for black people, and I'm like, Chief, don't worry. The cross, the journey chose you, did not choose it.
No, I
was telling you the truth.
The journey did not choose me.
I know you want to deny it. That's the truth. You know,
Hayi Madondo, lena so discuss ngelinye ilanga.
yeah, but
I want to know about the construction mafia. Ngoba lena inzima kakhulu and it requires me to answer. I wanted to ask
the construction mafia.
You come from ESCOM.
Yeah.
You spoke about the state being more involved in business.
Yeah.
ESCOM used to be an institution, a university. People would go there and come out with real skills.
Chief, ESCOM supplied everyone in the industry with skills.
I wanted to ask you if you believe in nationalization, state ownership.
Yes. I do.
When you speak about this gatekeeping and the like, because it would affect your business. And in that same breath, do you believe in nationalization? Do you think tenders are holding us back from building as a country? Which means
Tenders are the worst
Jombela
thing.
can't now supply ESCOM or supply construction for government, but you would be there working as a manager or what, earning a good salary and upskilling a lot of young people.
How we did tenders in this country is the worst thing that has ever happened to this country. Tenders are the worst thing that has ever happened to this country. If you don't believe me, go and see what happened in Hammanskraal. They blew up a water system so that they can bring dirty waters using tanks. Those are tenders. Those are tenders, Brouam. You don't want to believe, I'm telling you. You go to Transnet, the railways. The railways is on its knees. We can't transport coal because the trucks must be on the road. Those are tenders. Those are tenders, Brouam. I don't want to lie to you. People are dying. Abu Babita, they died at Timis Hospital. Those are tenders. Those are tenders, Brouam. Once you really get into this beast, Yama tender, I tell you, tenders are bad for the country. I don't know what system we need to use. Maybe we need to go in other places and benchmark, but I can tell you the tender system is not working.